News that we are breaking to you. A massive fire broke out in Doongi and Keri forest in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir earlier this morning.
Officials claim that soaring temperatures and lack of rainfall are leading to incidents of forest fire in the area. Those are the details coming in and the visuals there on your screens. What appears to be a massive fire that broke out in Doongi and Keri forest in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir. And the reason for this, we understand, is the fact that temperatures are extremely high and there is a lack of rainfall in the area, and those conditions give rise often to such forest fires where a small spark can perhaps spread in this particular way, especially in such forests where there is a lot of dry wood around as well. And that is what seems to have happened here. We will try and get our reporter to tell us what the situation is and how this entire fire is trying to be put out at this point. And there, the visuals there on your screens. Huge, massive fire there. Pradeep is now on the phone line with us. Pradeep, the visuals there on the screen, massive fire is what it appears like. If you can take us through what are the steps being taken in an attempt to bring the fire under control?
Yes, in fact, the massive fire has broken out in Doongi and Keri forest area in border district of Rajouri. And in fact, green gold and trees worth millions of rupees have been destroyed. It normally happens during summers because of temperature, or maybe sometimes somebody passing by throws a cigarette, but that can also be one of the reasons. But that's the process of, that's only a matter of investigation. But here in this case, it's really a challenging task for the forest officials, who normally are not having that kind of equipment to douse fire. It is with the help of the local, they are trying to control the fire from spreading to other areas. Normally what they are waiting for is that there should be a rainfall, so that only that is the way to prevent fire from spreading to other places, because line of control is close, and it really becomes that time very difficult for even the forest officials to reach many of these places. Here in this particular case, especially in Keri area, which is close to line of control, it's getting very difficult for them, though they are trying their level best with the help of the administration. But so far they haven't succeeded to that extent, and which started from one patch of forest, it has spread to other areas also. They are trying their level best to ensure that it is not able to engulf the nearby forest also in that area. And already the people who had been, some of them who had been staying in that area, had shifted to different places, because normally that is the only thing that they can do and the preventive measure they can take in case of fire, massive fire that breaks out in forest area. But mostly here in this particular belt, there is no population except for 2-3 houses. They had already shifted to safer places. But yes, administration as well as forest officials, they are trying their level best to prevent fire from spreading. This is the 5th incident reported during the last few days. There was earlier fire going on in Riyasi area. Now this is the 3rd and 4th incident in the Rajouri belt also. With the temperatures are soaring because of the heat wave also, forest, the dry wood catches fire, and then it gets really difficult. But now I think it has become almost every year they are facing such problems. This is high time that the government need to think about that they should have kind of an equipment that is required to prevent forest fire, because we have seen in the Western countries, they have a different kind of equipment. Whenever there is a forest fire, that equipment is used to extinguish fire. But such equipment is not available with the forest officials. Even the forest guards who are there, they hardly can do anything except for using some of the leaves, which shrubs which they use to in fact douse the fire. But that is not really enough in such cases. But yes, as you can see on the screen, a massive fire has broken out. Efforts are on to prevent this fire from spreading to other places.
Right. So the equipment and the paraphernalia is not adequate at the moment, from what Pradeep tells us, to deal with this kind of forest fire. There needs to be more monitoring to prevent such instances. Thanks for joining us with your inputs.